bills, one restricting drag and the other banning gender-affirming care, have passed in the legislature and are on their way to Governor Bill Lee's desk. But before he signs off with his final decision, hundreds of Chattanoogans have gathered here to voice their opposition.
By the governor signing off on these laws, he's suppressing us. He's supporting the oppression that we see from our legislation, from these decisions.
For Kai Sayers, the state's legislative decision could be life-changing.
It's complex for somebody like me because I'm a trans person and I'm a drag entertainer.
Two bills have been the topic of heated debate around the state. Senate Bill 1 would ban minors in Tennessee from accessing gender-affirming treatment, such as puberty blockers and hormone therapies, in addition to surgeries. Senate Bill 3 would make it illegal to hold a drag show in a public space or in a place where the show could be seen by a minor. Both bills have passed in the legislature, and Governor Bill Lee says he's ready to sign off on both.
I think the concern is what's right there in that building, children that are potentially exposed to sexualized entertainment, to obscenity, and we need to make sure that they're not. I think that's something that should happen in Tennessee, and it will because of this bill.
Following Chattanooga Pride Week last year, Hamilton County Mayor Weston Wamp echoed the governor's sentiments. Wamp quote tweeted a local viewer's video showing a drag performance at the Big Chillin' Grill restaurant, saying this isn't hard. Parents shouldn't take kids to drag shows and business owners shouldn't host drag shows aimed at children. It's a shame this is happening on Ironman weekend when the best of our area is on display. For those visiting, no, these are not our values.
You're gonna go to hell.
Sayers says the state's decision will have consequences in a community that is already vulnerable. According to the Trevor Project, more than 50% of transgender and non-binary youth in the U.S. considered suicide last year. For Tennessee, Sayers says this decision will hold great weight.
We see a rise in suicide amongst our trans youth. Someone's going to have blood on their hands. And guess what? It's not going to be me.
We've been following the progress of the two measures step by step and the controversy that came with them. While supporters say these protect the state's children, those that are a part of the LGBT plus community are worried about what's going to happen next.
It's heartbreaking to see, and it's going to cause a lot more fear and sadness.
The spotlight on the Tennessee House as lawmakers debate two closely watched measures affecting the transgender community.
This addresses adult cabaret entertainment.
There is not a pause button that you can put on puberty.
Supporters say Tennessee's children shouldn't be exposed to drag shows and want to limit their exposure, making business owners and performers responsible if it happens.
Anyone that would stand against a bill that is going to prevent minors, children, from seeing obscene sexual activity, I don't know how you claim to be representing anyone.
But with the passage of that bill and one limiting gender-affirming care for minors,
it bans dangerous cross-sex hormone treatments, puberty blockers, and disabling medical procedures on minors, all minors.
Those who are transgender, like Kaylani Sayers, who owns Wicked Tales Adult Review in Chattanooga, says she feels like her lifestyle is being targeted.
It just keeps coming back to fear for me. Like, that is the overwhelming feeling that this is causing.
Reverend Brandon Gilvin, the senior minister at First Christian Church, says this violates that population's First Amendment right.
Is pretty vague in a lot of ways and leaves a lot of latitude that could violate the free speech rights of a lot of people.
Republican sponsors say gender-affirming surgeries are irreversible. They believe kids, teens, shouldn't have these life-changing decisions until they're the age of 18.